Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Sagittarius reading for the week of July 27th. I am pretty fascinated that this week has already gone, or like month has gone by so fast. I have so much to do in the next couple days. It's not even funny. So if you have a hard time getting a hold of me, it's moving. Hi, Shane. What's kicking? All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for my Sages out there. Love and light. All right, first card. Sagittarius, what's it gonna be? I love you, Shane. All right, Two of Wands. There's always gonna be a congruency no matter how much I shuffle. Like, watch. Between the signs that run side by side one another, it's always amazing to me. No matter how much I shuffle or what goes on, they always seem to have some similarities, just a little bit. Two of Wands was showing up for you, so that's a lot of self-criticism. Okay, that was the first card that showed up. So Page of Cups, new relationship, Chariot, or new relationship energy. So when I say new relationship, for those of you that are in a relationship already, this is a honeymoon phase. So don't take it like the reading doesn't apply to you just because you hear me talking about relationship. If you have a relationship already, this usually indicates a renewal, like a little spice in your life, a little bit of renewed passion, a little honeymoon phase. So if I say new relationship energy, that's either a new connect, taking on something new for the first time, or meeting someone new, or it's like a renewal. Like I've had days like that where I feel like things are super strange and we've started over. Chariot card, Page of Coins, Hierophant, and the Ace of Coins. Now notice Scorpio had the Page of Pentacles or Page of Wands, can't remember which one it was, but it reflected about going back to school for a small portion or a class or something. The Hierophant actually refers to you taking on some higher education or taking education seriously. So the Hierophant also at times can talk about the machinations of a politician. Usually when we think of a Hierophant, how the decks were designed in the Rider-Waite and also one subsequent, usually you'll see religious constructs within the card itself. So there's the Pope's hat, there's Star of David, there's a little dude on a puppet string, okay, the marionette. You have the moon, the stars, how things are affecting you within the matrix, within the machine. So this could be something that also has to do with politics. If we had this card all by itself, because back in the day it was the religion that had power. So usually this means, so sometimes it can have this tone of control or paying attention to the moving parts in the machine and how they're affecting you. Like, are they doing this on purpose? Are they trying to control me? Are they trying to control the outcome? So I bring that up. Pause. You have the Page of Coins. And when you look at the Page of Coins, you come on YouTube and you can see these picture-in-picture guys. So the Page of Coins is a puzzle. And on top of that is the Pentacle. Pentacle representing money. So between you and your goal is money. And you're looking at the machine to see, like, what did they do to me? Like, this could be your boss too. Could be any of that. So you have the Ace of Coins, which is money. So you're wondering what's in the way of your money. All right, that should help. So you have the Hierophant, and that is, the machinations, what's going on behind your money. Is it going to be in play? You have the Hangman, which is a wait or a delay. Queen of Cups, very emotional. You have the Five of Coins, which is actually finding a way to make your money work for you. You're also getting the Knight of Swords, impulsive behavior. So impulsive emotions versus the, the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords are very similar, how this is in effect. We do have these cards here together is you're getting impatient about not feeling movement. Jamie, I did take off the Wi-Fi. Hopefully that signal will be a little better. So Four of Wands is building a foundation, and next to it is the Five of Wands, which is a defensive standpoint. If you notice here in the Four of Wands, he's got the structure behind him and he's winding himself around it to protect it. Fours being structure. Five of Wands, even a little bit more stability. Think of a stool. Five of Wands is him being backed into a corner. So Sagittarius is really feeling financially backed into a corner. I'm also seeing the Hanged Man, which is a delay where things are feeling as if they're stuck a little bit. You're not, and that's making some frustration going on for you. And again, you have the Six of Coins, which is very similar to the Scorpio reading, which they weren't quite sure how they were going to come to ground with their money. You also have this tone. Now, notice, just because they're similar within the two signs, there's also a global tone, astrological tone. Things are happening to all of us. Like I always say, we're in the same storm, but not the same boat. So they're slightly different within these different signs. I also am seeing you planning and mapping the moon card, and you're a little bit fearful. So Scorpio was backing up a little bit, and I think Sagittarius is poking things. I'm tired of the wait and frustrated about some of that non-moving energy. It's causing you to be a little defensive. But you're definitely making, there I go again, Rain Manning. You're going into the future with a stronger look of where you're at. So perhaps you're taking this time to examine what you have going on. Sagittarius has the Chariot card in the very back row, which I wanted to point out initially, and I forgot because I got distracted about your new relationship energy and lecture and whatever crap I usually talk about. Rants. But I have the Chariot card and the Magician card. That to me tells me that you're getting an opportunity to go travel. You have the Fate card in play, which means the wheels are turning for you and they're going to bust out soon. Probably not as rapidly as Scorpio had going on. However, we do have the Hangman, which is that delay. There's like a pause. It's like putting an application and waiting for a phone call. It's like waiting for school to start. It's like buying a house and waiting for it to close. So you have this Hangman where you can't really do anything about it. School starts when it starts. The loan closes when the loan closes. When you get the signature signed and the underwriter does it, there's not really much you can do, right? So there's a lot of that. So Fate. I do like the Fate card. The Fate card means that after a delay, the wheels will become a little more lubricated. The engine will begin to move. It's like sitting at idle and putting it in gear. It's finally going to start moving. Okay. Unlike Scorpio, this is going to be a normal turn of the event. You can't force things. You have the impatience. See, now Scorpio had the impatience, frustration, and caused them to withdraw. You're picking at things. I'm also hearing that this, when it moves, it's going to feel like a relief. So, Chariot card, travel. Watch your tude, though, guys. Watch your tude. I'm seeing the Knight of Swords, and why, I don't know why somebody would literally text me while I'm on live, but hi, nice to meet you too, whoever you are. The Chariot card is usually about the kind of travel that's fun. Does feel like you're going to be worried about money before you go, but it does seem like it'll come into play for you because you have the Ace of Coins. If you gamble, that might be like a charm idea. So let's pull some cards for you from the divination of, from my Mystic Dreamer. That's your Sagittarius general spread. Let's take a look at our Sagittarius moon reading. So for those of you that don't know moon, that's your moods, your thoughts, how you think. Sometimes it's relationship. I used to do these as your relationship reading. But that's way too complicated. People couldn't take it in general. They wanted to know specific. So this works a little better. So Sagittarius moon. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. Let me do a little housekeeping here. The classes are up and running Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, different times, so that you can have a little bit of fluid and choices in when you take the class that's going to accommodate your schedule. The other thing I wanted to mention for those of you that want to take the class, it's a big chunk, but I did this on purpose because my hourly rate made it like prohibitive for people to take a class that's 6 hours long. So what I did was put it in a Zoom class and split it up. So you are getting like, it's 120 an hour, but you're getting 6 hours for the 150 split across the week. So in that, you will be able to break up those payments, whatever is convenient for you. If you're not able to, please reach out. Don't not take a class or have something that's going on that you want to join in without like reaching out to me, because I've had that before. Like, I've been dying to learn astrology and I don't have the money to pay $1,500 or $800 or $200 for these classes that are out there. So I respect that. I'll work with you. Just talk to me. So on the other note, for those of you on my other social media platforms, YouTube gives you an opportunity to see the cards in play on picture in picture. So let's take a look and see what Sagittarius has going on. Eight of Wands. First thing that I see for Sagittarius is a little bit of fatigue, followed by the Hierophant, the World card, travel. We have the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, playa. Curious about that, but let's see. Boom, there's a Chariot. So some of you guys are on a trip, on a boat. I'm going on a boat. So I see the Chariot card, travel. I do see the Hanged Man next to your travel. Just be careful of any delays that might occur. So check your plans before you go. I do see the Hierophant in here, arrogant and stubborn, much Sagittarius. I am seeing a little bit of moods. Now, the Hierophant comes from a place of knowledge. It can be flip side of that coin too, to know it all. So be cautious with that. It doesn't seem to be in conflict with anything right now, but let's take a look. Sagittarius, some of you may be sitting on the fence about who you need to choose. You might be having two choices in relationships because I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles almost always talks about taking something that doesn't belong to you, or it may mean some duplicity. Somebody may be not honest with you. And so, or you may not be the honest one, because I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles in play here, in addition to the Two of Pentacles. So that's two ships. Like, which direction is it that I want to go? You've got the Three of Wands, you've got the Two of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups. So you may be sitting on the fence with two individuals in your life, trying to decide which path that you want to take. Some of you are already in a relationship, and this is showing up because the Four of Pentacles. Sorry guys, don't shoot the messenger, but some of you are already in a relationship that you're not disentangled from before you've moved on with something else, or you're sitting at the precipice of deciding between two individuals, or you just have to. Doesn't look too chaotic, so it may be that it's ethical and things are just kind of spread out in such a way that you're just trying to decide which way you want to go. It happens. But you're pausing, you're kind of waiting. You're the type of person, Sagittarius, that you have to have all the data. So for some of you, you may have already been engaged with someone. You maybe have already met someone and started dating, and it's not really going anywhere, but you're keeping each other company and moving along the way things are. And then someone comes along and you're like, wow, now which way do I want to go? Do I want to go this way or that way? And so it may not even be that. But you are the Three of Wands. So you're watching the situation before you make a decision. But I do see, and that's the evidence. You're definitely pulling evidence on that one. Woo, watch you have the Knight of Swords too. You have the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. A lot of decisions to be made with you. You have this very interesting dynamic here with the High Priestess being in play, asking you to pay attention to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? Listen to that voice to help you make your decision. And as I always say, if it's not a resounding yes, it's a definite no. Okay? You shouldn't massage someone into a relationship just because you happen to be already in that direction. It should be an excitement, a hell yes, because obviously if you're not excited about it, there's some moving parts that you aren't looking at. As you see the Knight of Swords, watch your attitude. That was going on for Scorpio too, which it's like the road rage or whatever. And just this can, so having a very reactive tone to your moods makes you make irrational decisions. It makes you jump to conclusions. It makes you quickly snap to a decision you might regret later. We all know those moments where we've cussed somebody out, or we fed up, or we cut something off, or we said something we regretted. We have the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of things that are going on for you. But the cool thing is I don't see the Tower card. I see the Devil card, which is super complicated. None of these are all just emotional tones. I want you to notice the cards that are similar between the general spread and the moon reading, which is the Chariot and the World card. I think the other one was the Knight of Swords. But the Chariot card talks about that travel. Let me look here and see if there's anything. New relationships still is peeking in here for Sagittarius. But I do see fatigue. And so here's the thing with fatigue. It's the Eight of Wands. It's like I've done everything that I can. There isn't any more reserve. We're just going to have to ride this out the way that it is. Okay? So the Eight of Wands, fatigue, worry, leaving things as they are. The other thing that I have to say, if you look at the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant, I took that tone from the beginning, even though I don't do reverse spreads. I was picking up that your knowledge and the way that you're delivering your information may or may not be coming off as arrogance. So pay attention how you couch your sentences. That's all I'm saying. And you may or may not be. I do readings all the time, and I'll be like, well, he perceives that you're cheating on him. well, I'm not. And well, whether you are or you aren't, you can't change how somebody feels or thinks about what a situation looks like. Same thing, the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords, you might be coming off a little harsher than you intend to. So just use a little caution, take an extra deep breath, make sure you have enough space between the choices, the chores, the activities that you have before you jump into some of these conversations so that you can come to it with a little less tension. So if you're just getting off work, that's not the best time for you to have a conversation about something important until you've had a chance to debrief, down, shower, have a meal, like whatever, because this is short temper as well. Caution, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Tell me where you are in the world. Tell me how you feel your reading went. Let's pull one more card for you from Divination of the Ancients. See what your message is from the divine. Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube. You can see all this here, and I won't have to remember to hold these cards up for you. Mastery. He's sitting there going, Hoo. But here's the thing, Sagittarius. You really got a lot of skill sets that you don't give yourself credit for. And you really can trust yourself. It's just you're allowing outside influences to affect how you design your day, your time, your life. And that can be a little frustrating. So you gotta learn to say no. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Next, you'll see Capricorn and Aquarius. So stick around. Those will be popping up here tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. And I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for hanging with me.